So I'm still working on the garage. I'll give an update probably later, but so right now I'm just gonna go through and show some of my tools I use. So this one I just got. So this is a crank case splitter. I'm gonna see how it goes. I'm gonna use it for the 2004 Mako, and I split the case. In the past, I've gotten lucky in that a lot of the cases I've taken apart have come apart fairly easily, and the cranks have all come out easily. I haven't had to use a case splitter. That I have had to use this press to get bearings out, and I did have a crank puller. I use this press to get the crank out too in a KTM, and I tried to get the crank puller from Tusk, and I have it here somewhere, but it messed it up because I kind of cut it up and stuff because it wasn't working. It was supposed to be universal, but it just wasn't fitting that KTM. I needed, I forget what it was many years ago, but I needed this one little piece difference to get it to work. And I was trying to get that to work, I couldn't. And in the end, I just used the press, you know, because I didn't want to hammer on it, of course. I don't gouge up the cases with screwdrivers or anything. So, got this case splitter. See how this goes. But generally, and the reason I got it because it's a newer engine, so I'm sure it's as tough as the cylinder was to get off. I'm sure the case is probably tough to get apart. But yeah, I'm usually been fairly lucky. I mean, at the most, I've had to use like just a little rubber mallet and tap it and gotten them out. I do have other tools here. I'll show you that I use special tools. This is a compression tester. I put it into the bike and kick it over. It's kind of hard to use on bikes with very high compression though. So I have two calipers here. One is a analog style. It has big batteries, and it's digital. I like the digital better, but I just don't have batteries for it. So if I don't have batteries for it, I have to use the manual one. There's inches, and then I have two timers here. These are for timing. The reason I have two, I believe, is because I had lost some pieces I needed for the one. These are timing, and then we have the extension for the air-cooled bikes. Okay, you can ignore this. This is for cutting network cables. This here is a flywheel holder. This here is a Mako clutch holder for the pre-83 Makos. For the, I guess what you would call a small clutch. This here is the old style impact wrench, or impact, just hit it with a hammer. I've used it in many of my videos. I have also the electric drill impactor, and I have another impact too, but this one here works really well. And of course this here is for adjusting monoshock springs tension. See, so these are new type of sockets where there's a hole through them. So then instead of needing an extension or needing something real long, this has a hole, for example. If it was big enough, for example, I do have one here somewhere that does spark plugs. Just put it over and the spark plug sticks out. And so you can get closer to the bolt without having to have something crazy. But yeah, so these are all hollow. So then without wrenching, you can go right around it. And see this one. This is this one I have for socket, or for spark plugs, and this big one. So you can see here. Right. So we have a spark plug and a wrench. So, see. So, this in here, I have a glue gun, the rivet, and we have one more thing somewhere. Oh, down here. Okay. So down here, of course, we have the clutch holder for a modern clutch, for universal clutch holder, blind hole bearing pullers, and then we also have, of course, the other style bearings I've used to get off the inner races. And I've bent these things getting them off before, so, and you can see some of my older videos I've used most of this stuff. Actually I used all of it, so, except for that, because I just got that, so, yeah, and of course the press. So, I guess one other thing to mention is, if you look at this scooter, this picture of the scooter, I have a video about talking about what that is in the future. The next thing is, do you know the TV show called American Pickers? Have you heard of that TV show? So in a few months they're going to be doing an episode on Makos. And so keep your eye out for that show. I won't be in that show, but supposedly they will put my name in the credits of that show since I had helped them locate some pictures. So I guess keep your eye out on that. Also, I guess let me know if you like this style of video in the comment section. Also, let me know how often you watch videos, or how often you like to see videos, so I can never know, you know, the how often you prefer to see videos, how often like this kind of video, if you like them daily, or if you like them every other day, or weekly, or something. So let me know, and let me know what types of content you like to see. So, and one more update on this bike here. I've been waiting to put this together because I'm waiting for this bearing here. I could show you, but it's in the other room. But what had happened is, this bearing comes in two pieces. This has an outer race and an inner race. And when I had went on to buy the bearing, I had ended up buying just the outer race. And the description didn't really let me know that I didn't know. So I ended up buying just the outer race. And of course, another reason I didn't know is because the price was like $5 a piece, whenever the outer races themselves alone are like $2 something a piece. And you can get the whole bearing for $7. So then I contacted Sarah thinking I got only half of it, and he was like, oh well, you know, I can give you the other bearing, half of the bearing, for $7. Now I can get the whole bearing race and that for $7 or $8. So yeah, I'm not going to go through him again and get yet another and spend $15 for a bearing. So I just have to I don't know, see about that. But I just ordered the two bearings of someone else for like $8 a piece. So yeah, I thought that I was going to get a deal and get it for $1 or $2 cheaper by getting it for $5, but no, ended up being a ripoff for $5 instead. So be careful when you go online on eBay and stuff and look at bearing numbers and stuff like that. Some people are a little bit clever because it says tapered roller bearing, but then it lists only the outer race number. It doesn't say anything in the description, it just says tapered at roller bearing. So, alright. So I have